fellow guitar people. You're guitar people. That's what you are. And you're on YouTube. And you're looking at a guy wearing many cats. Not wearing many hats. I'm wearing many cats. And none of that's funny. So, Fender reached out to a whole bunch of YouTubers lately, which is cool. They're getting it. They're getting it. That's what I want to say. They're like, hey, you guys have fans that trust you, so why not work with you? And we're like, fine. You want to pay us? And they're like, yes. And we're like, what? All of a sudden, some of the big brands are coming on board, which is cool. So, this is a paid review. Not to say that I'm gonna change what I do. They're paying for my time and my equipment. And Leslie, who's switching up there? Thank you, Leslie. Hey, we just had 94,444, and now we've got 446. Someone wrecked the number. Thank you, people. Actually, thank you, people. So, we're looking at it's on the floor, the Fender Bassbreaker 30R. What the R stands for? Reverb? I'm gonna go Reverb. It's a 112 combo, 2 channels, built-in reverb. Pretty much looks like a Hot Rod to me. Now, the thing is, What's the difference? I always ask myself, what's the difference between the Bassbreaker and the Hot Rod? Now, the Hot Rod at its price point of €845 is probably one of the most sold amps ever. And it is one of the most highly recommended amps ever by me, because it's a brilliant 112 combo with one of the best clean channels out there. It is the pedal platform for almost anything. I used the Hot Rod, took the amp out and used that cab to record a shit ton of metal albums, and no one's ever complained about that sound. The Hot Rod is an amazing amp. Now, what I just found out through my buddy Phil McKnight is why the second channel of the Hot Rod has never convinced anyone. The second channel actually, in fact, is transistor, which doesn't mean a lot. I mean, every drive pedal that we like is transistor, so it could be good, but it's not. The drive channel of the Hot Rod is not anything anyone uses. The Hot Rod is bought by people for its clean channel, and it's amazing. Fender is not the company that people go to for drive, especially not high gain. So the Hot Rod is kind of the one-trick pony, but it's an amazing trick it has up its sleeve. And the Bassbreaker is $100 cheaper, clocks in at $746 right now. Prices fluctuate. So the button layout is very, very much like the Hot Rod. We've got the bright switch, we've got the clean channel, except wait, the Hot Rod doesn't have a separate EQ section, which this has. So it is actually different. And it doesn't have the chicken heads. This is a more modern Fender. So when you go to the second channel, it lights up really, really pretty. Kinda neato. And there's something cool when you go to mute, which is pretty much standby, but they called it mute. See what happens. It very clearly indicates that that is flipped, so that live, you're not trying to start playing. You're very clearly aware that the amp is in standby. And then we got channel 2, which in this case is something you really want to use, not like the Hot Rod. Gain, more gain with the knob, and then what is that? Bass treble middle, bass middle treble, and volume. And then we got reverb. So it is Hot Rod-ish, but the Hot Rod's got 6L6s, which is where that thick-ass clean comes from. And this has EL84s. It is leaner and a little bit more mid-focused in sound. So it is not your typical Fender. It's not that twinny sound with the hollow mids. It's actually none of that. This has a unique kind of mid-focused lean in the bass, clean channel, and it does gain on 2 settings, and it actually does it pretty damn well. Not Manuel, which is a name, does it damn well. God, I'm not funny, but the shirt is. You gotta applaud Fender for the stuff that comes with it. A really nice and sturdy hoodie, a hood for it, which is really nice to protect it when you're, from bangs and stuff like this, when you're moving it, because it doesn't have any corners, so no metal corners on the amp. Comes with a foot switch and a foot switch cable. Now the foot switch channels between select and also things. It selects between channels and between drive and more drive. I wish this had also a reverb on and off, but it doesn't. So the only way to actually turn the reverb on and off is get it all the way down. So I'm hoping that that is a parallel reverb, which is mixed in, so not to fiddle with your tone. But it would have been nice to have a reverb switch on here, Fender. 3 foot switches, 3 buttons aren't going to kill you. So, in the back, as he said, is a DI out, which we're going to look at. It's right over here. We have an effects loop, we have the foot switch input, and external speaker connections, which is very nice. And you can see that it is kind of a semi-open back thing. It's got a grill, and then at the bottom it's got 2 more little grills, which means you can barbecue on it, or that it's kind of an open back thing. The speaker out, that's the Hot Rod. Let me see, the Hot Rod has a Celestion A-type, whatever that means. This has a Celestion G12V70 at 8 ohms. No clue what that means. I guess we're gonna check it out. We're checking out a few things. How does it react to pedals? Does the effects loop work, and how? Does it suck tone? We're miking it with the Lewitt MTP 440 right in front of it, which is SM57-ish, but it's got a little bit more bass. Really nice mic to use with combos. And we're also giving you room mics, which you see in pretty much no camera, which is weird because we got 9 of them. How can we have 9 cameras and not a single one showing the room mics? That's clever. And now that's fixed. Now in the back camera we can see the Lewitt LCT 340s over there in a stereo configuration to show you how it behaves in the room, because close miking and how an amp fills the room is different. We're gonna go start with the clean with these Ibanez AZ 2204 TAB, which is right now on single coil. It's missing the that you would have on another Fender combo. It's very mid. Everything is kind of like here-ish. So it's a very usable clean, especially in mixes, but don't expect this to be a Twin or Princeton or those other Fender words. Everything's kind of like... Also, what the mic picks up has more low end than what I hear in the room. Let's go to the room mics. Back to the close miking without reverb. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. Look at my shoes. Man, they're bright. Now we're mixing close miking and the room mics. Loads of reverb. That is actually really beautiful. Very nice. Actually, I want to keep that and put some new tube screamer from Ibanez on it. That's actually a coincidence. Hell yeah! Well, Fender knows how to make amps that take pedals. Holy crapola. Let's see if Fender knows how to make amps with that thing in the back where you plug things in. Effects loop. And yes, if you're asking yourself, do we have an effects loop cam? Yes. Let's go back to the effects loop cam. Come on. Yes. Decadent camera usage. Rhyme and dig. That works really nice. And that's not taken for granted, because I have amps where you really shouldn't use the effects loop, because in here it's very, very much usable. So let's check out the, that was all without the bright switch in, which is right here where you can't see it. Yes. That eliminates a little bit of that mid-focusness. I can't play that song. Nice. Let's look at the EQ. Doesn't blow up at all, so let's keep the bass there because that's nice. I'm gonna say it adds a little bit of that thing that makes orange amps what they are. That very mid-focus thing. That's a little bit of the orange mids. That's a lot of high mids, I would say, not treble. Okay? It's not super high. It's high mids. It's spanky. It's a good clean channel, just it's not a twin, but it's good. Now we're in channel 2. Sadly, with different gain settings come different volume settings. Close miking. That's beautiful. A little bit of dig. That's, I mean, classic rock, blues, pop rock stuff with like the 9-chord. Room and close mic together. So, how do I push that with the new Tube Screamer? Let's see what happens. Can the Bassbreaker 30R be pushed by overdrive pedals? Hells yeah. More gain. I got a little bit of the bass in there, but no reverb. Now we're gonna go on flat 6 and flat 9. Well, when we hit the more gain button. Let's test the EQ. A little bit much. And radio sounds. Again, it's more high mids than high. It'll give you bite, but it won't give you high-end sparkle. 112 combo. It doesn't have the, ooh, it's not gonna be your dream metal amp, but hell yeah, the tone is there. I think if you put an extension cab on that, or you throw that on a 412, I think it's there. Let's try that in the room. So, yeah, we always have a little bit of that mid-focusy sound. It's not the brutal metal thing, but I think the gain is there. Fender delivered a combo that is not the Hot Rod. It's got all the drive, from just a little bit for the blues player to all of it for the heavy guy. I think it's all there. Yes, the sound is a sound. It's a combo. The speaker is the speaker. Maybe switch out the speaker for something heavier, maybe like a vintage 30 or whatever. Maybe use an extension cab with it and put in whatever you want to put in. But the sounds are there. Fender knows how to do gain. At least this thing does. Whoever designed that, that is pretty stunning. And that makes it very flexible. With its own kind of stamps of sound. It's got its own kind of signature. Leaves one or two things for us to check, which is the DI. You can run the DI with or without the speaker emulation. If you run it without, you can run a cab M or kind of any kind of IR loader with it and have your own speaker sound, which is recommended because the frequency compensated speaker outs or simulations are never the greatest. One thing that bugs me is that the output level of said speaker out is dependent on the channel volume, which means at not brutally loud volumes, you're not getting a lot of output level. So I gotta seriously crank up my input on my audio interface so that you hear anything. We got some level here. So that's what the clean sounds like, which is probably very usable. But you can't turn the amp off. The speaker is always on. And again, more volume means more output on the DI, which is kind of a little bit stupid. And it's really a very small level that I'm getting. Can you see that? Oh, that tiny level coming in there? At the very bottom. Trying to do triplets. I'm having fun. Yeah, so definitely not the highest output, but it's there. You can use it. Maybe use an IR loader and then use it with that, or just mic your amp. So let's do something that's kind of cool. Not really fair, but kind of cool. Since I have other combos here that are tested in one fell swoop, I recorded the same track with all three of them. And we're going to listen to the track from the beginning again and switch between the different amps, just to give you an idea of how different results can be. We have the Engel Screamer 2, the Bassbreaker 30R by Fender, and the La Boga DS20. Very different amps in their idea, very different price ranges, from $750 to $1250 to $1875 right now. So check it out, build your own opinion. And then on to my 2 cents. So, what have we learned? Well, the Fender Bassbreaker 30R, it's not a hot rod. It doesn't say hot rod on it, so why would you think it is? It's a bass breaker, which is interesting because the one thing that it doesn't really break is the bass. Or the bass is broken, which is why it's pretty lean in the low end. It has a very mid-focused thing happening, which is what makes it unique. I think, even though it's got its own sound, which you have to like or not, which might be coming from the EL34s versus the 6L6s, might be coming from the speaker that's built in, might be coming from the chassis. It is not going to be your kind of an amp. It's an amp that's very usable in a band situation because the bass player is going to do the and the kick drum's going to do the and you're going to do the and the vocalist is supposed to be the woo. You know, that's mixing explained to you. So I think realistically, I've always recommended the Hot Rod at $850 as the pedal platform, and I still will. And I will always tell people, don't use Channel 2 on the Hot Rod. Just forget about it. Forget about it. I don't do accents. This is more flexible. This is more well-rounded. This does everything well with its own sound. Is it the clean of the Hot Rod? No. Is it a Fender Twin? No. It's a Bassbreaker. Now, if you want to use it with pedals, fuck yeah, go for it. Brilliant. Effects loop. Works. Comes with a foot switch, comes with a cover. Would like the foot switch to have the reverb on off, which would be nice. It works with pedals. Has a DI out, which if used with an IR loader will be good. It would be nice if that had its separate level and it wasn't channel level dependent. But this could be the solution to anyone looking for a flexible amp that does from clean to high gain everything and everything well for up to $800, because realistically I can't think of anything other than going to maybe like bargain basement China brands like maybe Bugera, like Jet City, all make great amps. But at $750 as a 112 combo with 2 channels, 30 watts, and the features that it has, it's pretty damn awesome. Okay? You gotta like the sound. It has its own sound, so you gotta play it. Don't take the mics and everything I showed you and order one. Or actually do, please. Use my link below. And if you don't like it, send it back. Or check it out at a store. Preferably Thomann, and tell them that I sent you. That would be nice. But if you're gonna order one, please use my links. That helps me. Thank you, Fender, for commissioning this video. Now I finally know what the Bassbreaker does, and I was always, wondering. It's pretty damn awesome. Thanks, Leslie, for switching. And please subscribe. Patreon's also there, which is cool for me, of course. And there will be some kind of animals at some kind of end of some video.
A stream it flows.